What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So in this video, I do want to talk about something here on Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown that I would probably guess at this point everybody is most likely thinking about, or at least it is most likely in the back of your head. So that is going to have to do with a simple question. Do you guys think they probably should have did the overall console beta a bit earlier than what they are doing now? Just in case you might have been wondering, well, if you are asking like Blocked, when is the console beta? So they actually did this in a pretty odd way. So the first one is going to be the VIP beta from August 13th to the 18th. This I'm going to say you obviously have to get the one past the standard edition all the way to the maxed edition to get the actual VIP beta access. And then they're also going to have an open beta from August 27th to August 30th. And of course, pre-ordering anything past the standard edition again is going to get you early access to the open beta. Now, a lot of people might be like, yo, finally, we're actually getting an open beta. Here is my concern on this, guys. I do know other people are most likely thinking about this. Now, I have to mention one thing before I say this, though. We all do know the actual PC demo is most likely going to be heavily upgraded, or at least I'm most likely being optimistic and having high hopes that it is probably going to be a lot better on the consoles itself. At least, again, we are hoping for that. But here is my concern though. What if that beta is not that great or it has some issues with the servers? Maybe there's going to be some crazy bugs in it, like it doesn't run that great. People have pre-ordered the game and stuff to play that specialized beta. And also keep in mind here, by the way, that is going to be August 13th to August 18th again. Crazily enough, guys, the game is actually going to come out legit 2 weeks after that or so, which will end up coming out around September 5th if you actually buy the Gold Edition. And then, of course, if you actually buy the Silver Sharps Edition, that's around 2 days of early unlock. Now, the reason why I'm saying this, though, is if you guys think about this for a second, we're obviously getting a console beta, which is dope. Like, I'm actually excited to play the game on the PS5 to see how it runs, to see how the game actually looks, to see the cars and stuff like that on a console compared to a PC. We all do know on the actual demo, a lot of people were having issues optimizing it. For example, I have a pretty decent PC, like it's not no like $10,000 PC, but it's going to be a gaming laptop. I could run the game on medium pretty comfortably. Anything higher than that though, my PC basically turned into a jet, so don't want to do that to it, or obviously it wasn't going to work because it can't run it. So I'm really interested to see how the game is going to run on console. But the reason I'm a bit concerned here, though, is I have to say this, guys. We obviously do know the beta is coming out around 2 or so weeks before the game, and if you actually buy the standard, it's more of like 3 or so weeks before the game comes out. But at that point, though, if you're actually playing the beta, you do enjoy it, you might find some issues here and there. You do know they're most likely not going to make any critical changes to it, with it being around 3 to 4 weeks before the game actually comes out. Like, let's be honest, they most likely can't make big changes that quick to it, so it is most likely going to concern some players. On the flip side of this, though, I have to admit something. We obviously do know it's going to be the console beta, so the big part of me is really hoping that this is obviously optimized better, and they have been testing it for a long time before they do end up releasing it. Of course, the first actual beta on the 13th, and then we obviously get the bigger one on the 27th, or the open one. That way everybody can actually download it, jump on, see if they like it, which is dope that they're actually doing an open beta. Which is odd to me, though, the fact that they're actually doing an open beta around a week before the game does actually come out on early access. Like, can we think about that for a second, bro? We're actually getting the game, or at least a beta for it, a week before it comes out, bro. Don't you think that is a tad too close to the release? Like, I'm sure it's probably by some type of design of players jumping in going, hey, yo, bro, this game comes out in a week. I gotta get this. On the flip side of that, though, what if players don't like it and boom, it comes out in a week and they don't end up getting it? I just feel like it's going to be a lot of complications there, bro. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. I was actually thinking about this earlier and I was like, wait a second, I need to talk about this in a video and see what people think about it. I also had issues actually finding the main beta release times and stuff like that, which was kind of odd. Funny thing is, I actually had to go through the PlayStation app to find the name of it, or at least the dates for it. So again, guys, if you are wondering, the access to the VIP beta is from August 13th to the 18th. The early access to the open beta is August 27th to the 30th, which is kind of odd. Like, you're obviously pre-ordering and getting the VIP beta access, which is going to give you around 5 or 6 days to play it. So yes, you can download it and then obviously play it. I'm wondering how big it's going to be, though. I do think on the PC it was like 30 gigs, so I'm wondering what it will end up being on console. I would say at least 25 to 35 gigabytes. I would be shocked if it's smaller. We obviously do know the game will have some type of content in it, which I would really hope so. Like, all the races have to work. We obviously can't have issues joining a race or something and getting kicked out like the other demo. And on top of that, though, there's also going to be a big elephant in the room that's most likely smashing you against a wall. That is going to be the server stability. We all can agree we are probably going to be a tad concerned on this, and actually seeing the beta come out around a week and a half before the main game does come out is a tad concerning, I can't lie on that. And then of course, if we actually compare it once again to the main release date, you're probably looking at around 3 weeks or so. But again, guys, let me know your thoughts on this in the comments below. Do you also agree that, well, maybe the beta probably should have came out a month or so ago, and most likely not 2 or 3 weeks before the main game does come out?